Hey everyone, LazLeoN here, and today we're going to be doing a demo review for my friend Destiniii. So Destinii's been playing for a while, he plays a shit ton of aim labs, and he has the aim to prove it. Now let's see if he has the brain to get himself a win in this competitive match. So he's playing Reyna today, and let's just talk about Reyna for a second before we get into the gameplay. Reyna is the purest entry that we have in the game Valorant, so she has to get a kill to use almost any of her abilities that really help do anything. Her flashes are good, but I think the way that she can get free peeks and the way that she can full heal, especially on pistol rounds, she is one of the most crucial characters that you need fragging in a game if she's in your game. If she is the character with like 2 kills, she's doing nothing for the team at all. At least when you're Jett, you have your smokes and your dashes, which get rid of people's vision, and it makes it so they're not peeking straight at where your teammates are going to be peeking, because they're worried that you're in a smoke or you're across the site because you dashed through and they couldn't hit you. There's a lot of reasons that Reyna is probably not one of the better characters in Valorant, but if you have a really high skill ceiling, she is really good. So let's get into the game.
Holy shit.
Destiniii walking casually into the site. Through the smoke. Oh my god, he gets you saved with a nade out. Oh my god, Raze is throwing a nade at the same time. He's down to 48 HP. It's a 3-on-5 situation. Let's see if they can win this. Sage has slowed up heaven. Oh, he hits the first shot on Omen. He's jumping to get the heal. He has one flash for sight. He has teammates rotating in. He gets shot in the head. He has a flash. He flashes. Oh, he sees Raze. Spamming. Can't get the kill. Jett's wide swinging vent. He gets the kill. He gets the heal. His teammate goes down. His teammate drops. Oh my god, it's a 1v2. Destiniii. No, he gets the first. He gets the second. Oh my god, Destiniii. Okay, right now you have 5 out of 6 of your ult points. I would suggest getting an Ares and heavy shields. It is a very, very good combo, and it is very useful on a gun round. Way more than a Spectre, and especially with your ult, it can do a lot of damage.
I hear them A in mid.
Okay, this is a little bit of an aggressive peek, but on an eco, I guess it's alright. I would rather you have your teammates supporting you, though. That would help you out a lot more here in this scenario. Just in case you go down, you don't want to give them a gun.
Ollie.
That was a really good flash to get onto site, and then your teammate's playing really well here, and you're playing really well off of them. Getting that trade, and then not even letting your teammate die, and then pulling off the last couple kills. Good job. Okay, right here you have 2 flashes and your ult in a 3-on-4 situation. I really think that if you ult here, you guys can easily win this, especially if you play very evasive and use your flashes. Now let's see what Destiniii does.
Shit.
Okay, so you played that without using any of your utility or your ult. I think it's a really good idea for you to do that, and I'm going to show you some lineups in game. Maybe this will help you in your rank matches. Okay, so we're in game. We're on A. So if you're right here, you're fully reloaded. If you ult right here and you flash super high, they'll basically, anywhere they're peeking, since up there, when they're peeking this, they wouldn't have been able to kill you there. If they peek here, they wouldn't have been able to kill you. If they're here, it would be above this box, so they wouldn't even been able to see you. Up here it blinds. It basically blinds everything. So throwing a simple flashbang like that can really assist your team in entering. Especially when you're the entry fragger and you're ulted. You easily have time to come and check this angle. Way before you come and start defusing the bomb. Your teammate should have cleared this or should have let you know you had it on site, but it's just a great idea to flash it anyways and then just try to help your team as much as you can. Also, before you stick it, just throwing one up in the air and then sticking it is a really good idea because your teammates can play off of it really well.
They're trying to come A again.
Okay, so this wall right here, awful place to push up when you're alone on a buy round. Because if your teammate isn't helping you and you get stuck here, these are perfectly wall bangable. I think it's 100% damage goes through, except for, you know, the parts that have these things. But right here, since they don't have those, basically you can just get wall banged super hard. So pushing up like this, if you're like holding like this, they can easily spam you through this. There's a lot of ways they can push up and flash you. Like if they have a Reyna, she could easily flash through there while you're still fighting right here. It's just a very, very dangerous idea to be playing up in this part of mid. What I would do is off the bat, just have your Brim not smoke it and shoulder peek this just a little bit and hold it and then fall back super fast. And then when you fall back and you're playing passive, a really good jump peek you can do is if you just do this. This is what I do every time I'm holding mid in a pug. I get early info, and then I jump peek until they start looking for it, and then of course you stop, and you can still hold for your market player here. You can play some off angles, and it allows you to be a really fast rotate either to heaven, to short, or to B site. So just think about adding stuff like this a little bit more into your game. Nice try. Just try to stick around mid just a little bit less. Nice pick right there. Right here, you guys should need to play the man advantage, wait for them to try to plant the bomb. And right here, please never destroy this until you have reloaded fully. It is an awful idea to just spam it and then be totally exposed. Okay, so you guys did absolutely nothing off that flash. All you did was waste 200 bucks. I guess you did waste at least a little bit of time for your Phoenix, but he's taking way too long to rotate. Okay, so sadly your Sova kind of throws here, but you guys have a 2-on-3 with a Phoenix ult running in. Let's see how you guys do this. Double flash, nice. Pushing the jet off the angle, nice pick. Sage is heaven. Right here, I would just stick it.
Wait for me. I'm gonna flash.
You don't have to push him at all. Your Phoenix can hold you, and you can just stick this. Okay, so she drops. You get a nice pick. Good shit. Your Phoenix really should have had you, but worst comes to worst, that's a fine scenario.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay, so this is the purest definition of a solo peek. So in this scenario, you really have to have a teammate flashing for you, or at least trying to trade you. Taking random peeks out into areas really does not help you, and honestly, most of the time on defense, it actually hurts your team.
Oh, I suck.
Who's on top?
Where'd you go?
Okay, so the way you peeked that was a little bit rough. Let me show you the better crosshair placement for it. And honestly, it's not really a great peek anyways. You probably shouldn't be doing it that much without a flash or any teammates' help. Again, it's another solo peek. Okay. Any second now. There you go. So yeah, if you peek it more like this, you want to make sure you're holding this first because this is the most common angle, and then look down here and make sure you check this corner because people like to hide there. Yeah, you came out holding it like this, and that's just very, very dangerous. And honestly, the peek just really isn't that good anyways. You might want to try doing it with a teammate next time, or maybe using a flash. So in this instance, I think it would be a really good idea to force. Rim saved an AK and half armor and all of his abilities. If he drops one, the rest of your team has $3,000. Sova can buy an Ares. You have full abilities. You can buy half armor and an AK with the money you have, and then you can get another drop for one of your other teammates, and then you guys will have a 4 AK, 1 Ares buy, and I think that would be a really, really good eco, and it would help your chances a lot more. Okay, this is Destiny at mid. He's on an eco. Here's a drone coming in. He has to shoot it. He does not break it, but it breaks itself. He's falling back. Oh, and he kills the Sova. He gets the one tap. He's peeking mid. He's pushing for the aggression. There's a jet top mid. He whiffs a little bit. He hits her, but she whiffs. Throws the flash out, trying to get the Vandal. Oh, she gets flashed off the corner. He gets the AK, and he gets the kill. Okay, he's pushing towards market. They're pushing onto B site right now. Sova's defending. Sova gets a kill. Phoenix dies to the ult. You have the ult. You use your ult. Sova gets this kill on the guy in B main. You see the guy stairs. You flash. Oh my god, Destiny, you got the kill. You're insane.
So top mid? What the how is he up top mid already, bro?
Rotating back. Nice.
Feeling safe.
They got no time.
One enemy.
Okay, so right here, Jababy #baby is being a little bit brain dead. He didn't need a peek there, or if he did, he should have called it to you. It would be better if you guys just played back sites and maybe jump peeked for info and played off of each other a little better, so you guys didn't potentially throw this round. You guys end up winning it, but I think it's just a thing to think about. You guys could have thrown this round really easily. Also, the flashbang you threw was just a little bit too far to the left. If you had thrown it super far to the right, it would have thrown off that Raze's aim way more, and then you would have 90% probably would have won that fight. Also, it probably would have blended the stage a little bit better. Let me go into game and I'll show you a little bit about how I would do this. Okay, so we're in game now. So when you're peeking this angle, at first, so after you peek this and you get info, nobody's there, I would just fall back. Unless your team's calling to you, and then you should play up with them. But I would fall back, and like I said before, just do this jump peek. This is very helpful, and this will honestly get you so much information that it's just not worth not doing it most of the time if you get pushed off a mid. No, if you had wanted to make that aggressive play with Jababy #baby, if you flash up there instead of up here, this raise right here, instead of having to flick up here to kill it, she has to flick all the way over here. So she would have been so far away from you, and she still would have been blind. So the best play probably would have been to flash here and then wide swing. Wide swing if she's doing what she did, because she just sprayed this. If she doesn't even go for the eye, if you hear her just start spraying and you see the bullets here, you should just wide swing. But if she's spraying at the eye, you should just like kind of shoulder peek her and spray her instead. But that just comes down to intuition and what you think she's gonna do, and honestly, it's like split-second decisions that are really hard to make.
You
we
saw
get ready to
smoke,
smoke. Yeah, yeah. I'm smoking.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all orb.
Okay, so right here against this raise, you probably should have thrown a flashbang. When you're trying to fake a site, you need to be throwing utility because that throws the fake a lot harder. Also, just so you can get an early peek and not just get super fucked over like this.
I'm dinked. One's market.
Planting, cover me.
I'm one off my ult.
One cat.
Okay, so you guys had absolutely no control over mid, so it's probably a very big possibility that they actually pushed it, so I would just keep my gun out here in this situation. It's a little unfortunate because he wasn't even pushed mid, he pushed from cat. Probably trying to flank you guys behind A because I heard you guys coming, and then you guys had sight. Honestly, right here, there's not much you can do besides just have your gun out and maybe not even win that fight. It's kind of just a bad situation, especially after getting dinked by that raise.
I'm gonna close door, hang on.
Box is
Middle,
clear.
he's middle. Mark it.
I'm 12 ult.
Okay, so this is a pretty aggressive intuition peek, but it's pretty good. It worked out for you. Most of the time, you would want at least like a teammate to flash that smoke. You still had a flash, so you could have flashed through the smoke and pushed it. I think that would have been just a better idea, rather than just peeking it because you had a disadvantage walking through that smoke. But good job overall.
I've done my ult 6 times this half, I think.
Okay, so this is a perfect entry frag. You get the opening pick, you dodge all the damage, your teammate destroys the robot. You guys basically have sight at this point. Maybe you guys have one more person that you need to find. Let's see what you do in this situation. There's a lot of easy ways you could have thrown this, but let's see how you decide to play it out.
Times this half, I think.
No, we're needed, that's
Fuck,
it.
I'm 10 health,
You're
I'm
low?
10 health.
Go, just stick right here.
Oh, there's one in A main. Watch out. He's got a vandal.
Ignore that guy, man.
Somebody clears out, I'm taking my ult.
Okay, so after the perfect entry peek, you push a little bit too far, you make a bunch of noise. Your teammates don't help cover your flank because they're all pushing sight because they have to. This is honestly just a way too aggressive peek. If you just play the 3-on-3 with bomb down and all the util that you guys have, I think you guys win this round 90% of the time. But sadly, you pushed and it ended up costing your life, and I'm pretty sure it cost you the round.
Played him a little bit.
He's hard to play. He's hard to play sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just not that
Okay, so this is half on your teammates and half on you. In that situation, you shouldn't be flashing out in the middle of the open, but also your teammates should be holding that for you, or your breach should be flashing for you instead of just having a Reyna flash go out. You guys gotta just coordinate this a little bit better.
Last three were B side, B main side.
It's pretty long. You don't have to, but like,
One enemy remaining.
okay, so this is a solo peek, plain and simple. You really got to work on this. I think this is the most blatant thing I saw in your gameplay. It's very hard to win these solo peeks without using your utility or having your teammates help you. If your teammates peek with you, if you use your utility, if they use their utility to help you peek, it'll make these fights so much easier for you. And when you're in a man advantage situation, you just don't need to peek, and that's something I can't say enough. Every time I'm in a demo review, I think, okay, you got to listen about the man advantage. You got to talk about it. Because every time people don't know what they're doing. They're in a 5v4 and they peek and now it's a 4-on-4. You do have the advantage because you have the bomb down, but it's still just not as good as having a 5v4 with the bomb down. Now, you played this very well, and I think this scrim really showed, or not this scrim, this matchmaking showed that you are a decent player. You just got to work on how you're peeking and how you're doing everything. You got to play a little bit more with the brain and less with the aim. Your aim is insane. You really do not need to like work on that much more. Really, you need to work on how you're thinking about the round and how you're thinking how your aim can help you in that round. So if you know that there's a peek where you're like, I can shit on this guy, yeah, go for it, but make sure you're using your utility with your teammate. You need to learn how to play man advantages a little bit better. There in the last round that I showed you was probably the most blatant. And you really just gotta learn how to do that. And again, you gotta play off your utility more, you gotta peek more with your teammates, you gotta bait out utility. That was a few things that I saw, but again, this wasn't a scrim, so you guys really aren't, you know, playing as a full team. You guys are kinda just, you know, you're pugging it out. So it's really not you don't need to worry about that in pugs, really. But I think you did a really good job here, and I think you should definitely keep trying to get better and better, and that's what doing these VOD reviews are for, and thank you for sending this to me. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful night. If you guys enjoyed, I would very much appreciate if you left a like on this video, maybe thought of commenting down below, and subscribing if you really enjoy my content. I'm trying to do a lot more with my YouTube, and hopefully you guys enjoy what I'm doing. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful night.